Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out today's yoga video. Today I am creating a yoga wheel video in partnership with Clever Yoga, who sent me their yoga wheel. So begin in a comfortable seated position. I'm not using a yoga mat, but you can. I just prefer not to today, but whatever works for you is totally fine. So it doesn't matter whether or not you have one. Come into a comfortable seated position, roll your shoulders back, turn your palms to face up, and just close your eyes. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths here. And this is just an opportunity to arrive into the present moment and to let go of anything you're dealing with right now that's distracting you or stressing you out or not serving you. So deep, full breath in, full breath out. I'm going to do 3 of those, so one last one in, and full breath out. Now keeping your eyes closed, just scan your body from your head to your toes just to check in, see what's going on, see where you're holding any tension. And if you find little pockets of tension, just take a deep breath into that and see if you can kind of zap it away with your breath. And then when you're ready, quietly open up your eyes, grab hold of the wheel, and we're going to start by bringing the wheel to your back. So you're sitting tall, it's right there at your back. You're gonna hold onto the wheel here and then just gently begin to lean back ever so slightly. Keep hold of the wheel here. Your low back will come away from it a little bit, that's okay. And just breathe into this right now, breathing into the chest and the shoulders, letting your arms be heavy, letting your shoulders kind of melt away from your ears. And just stay looking straight ahead. Let your full weight of your back be on the wheel. So this should be pretty much effortless here, just keeping your head looking forward. And taking some deep breaths in, noticing how when you inhale, your chest lifts, and when you exhale, your belly button draws in towards your navel, and the chest kind of melts away from your chin. From here, you're going to bend the knees, bringing the feet about hip distance or slightly wider. Knees are slightly wider than hip distance. And from here, you're going to push into your heels to lift your butt off the ground and begin to lie back on your yoga wheel. Now, I'm going to let my head go back here, so my head is kind of resting at when I bring my butt down towards the ground. And then I'm going to push into my heels. And as soon as I feel like my mid and low back needs to be supported by the wheel, I'm going to lift my head up and look forward. And then once I'm here, so I'm looking forward and my mid and low back is supported, I'm going to bring my hands behind my head and just take a breath here. And then gently come down, bringing my hands to the wheel and sit all the way down. From here, sit up tall. Interlace your fingers behind your head, draw your chin to your chest. Let your arms be heavy. Breathe into the back of your neck. And then gently lift. Bring the hands back to the wheel. Lean back onto it. Lift your butt by pushing into your heels. And just use the wheel right now as like a little gentle massage for your mid back. Can go as slow or as fast as feels good for you, but you want to move with control. And then from here, we'll gently come all the way down, sit up nice and tall. And I'm just going to turn so you can see me better. From here, I'm going to take my right hand to the top of the wheel, slide my arm out, and lift my left arm up and overhead. Looking out underneath the left armpit, letting your right arm be very heavy. Inhale, come back to center. And we'll do it one more time. Reach out, slide out, and come back. From here, we're going to take it to the other side, so you can roll the wheel behind you. Bring it about in line with your hip. Left arm comes on top, slide it out, right arm up overhead. Slide back. And one more time. Come back to center and turn so that you are facing the wheel. And then turn the wheel so the circle, the open part, is towards you. And bring your forearms to the top of the wheel and sit back like you're going into child's pose, but you want to have your arms stretched out in front of you. Let your head hang heavy and just breathe here. You can even kind of sway side to side, letting the wheel turn a little bit, just getting deeper into that stretch. And here we're opening up the shoulders, the armpit area, the chest area. Eventually come into stillness here and take a deep breath in. And as you do, kind of lift your back a little bit so that your belly's away from your thighs. Deep breath in. And then exhale. Bring your belly to your thighs, reach your chest down towards the ground so you get in a really deep stretch here. And breathe into any tightness that you feel in the upper arms, in the armpit, and the chest area. On your next inhale, rise up so you're on your knees. And then bring your elbows to the edge of your wheel. And then begin to sink low, letting your forehead rest on the wheel. I'm curling my toes just because I like to open up through the bottoms of the feet here. So that's an option. And then from here, we'll gently release, rise up. And then bring the wheel back behind you and come into all fours. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and curl the toes. Lift the head and the tailbone, look up. Exhale, push the mat away. Round your back, let your head be heavy here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and push the mat away. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, round the back, let your head be heavy. Then slowly find your way into a plank position. Then you're going to bring your right shin to the top of the wheel. And then place all your weight on that right shin as you lift your left leg. And hold, 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 come down. So we're beginning to fire up the core and the upper body strength. Bring the wheel to the left side, come into your plank position. Bring the left shin onto the wheel. Press, lift the right leg and hold, 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 hold. Good job. Gently release, go into child's pose. Inhale, come back onto all fours. Do that same thing on each side. So bring the wheel to your right, find your way into plank pose. Bring the right shin onto the wheel. Begin to press into it and lift your left leg. Hold, hold, hold. Gently release, come down. Take the wheel to the left, plank pose. Left shin on the wheel, press into it and lift, and hold, 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 and release. Go into child's pose. Inhale, rise forward, and come to sit down on your butt. Bring the wheel out in front of you, and grab hold on either side at the very top of it. From here, we're going to slowly begin to lie down on our backs. You're going to lift the wheel up as you come back. Now, once the wheel is overhead, you're going to bend your knees, press into your feet so your low back is glued to the ground, and then lift one leg, then the other, and then press your feet together and bring your feet about 45 degrees down. You're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, bring your arms back overhead, wheel comes back behind you, and just rest for a second. Okay, press into your feet so your low back is glued to the ground. Lift the wheel up overhead so your arms are long and strong. You're kind of squeezing that wheel together. Inhale, lift your right foot, then your left. Press your big toe mounds together, spread your toes, and come down about 45 degrees. Press out of the balls of your feet, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Wheel comes back overhead. You can rest here. Take a couple deep breaths in. So when your legs are extended, you're really tight through the whole midline. And what I mean by that is imagine that there's like a zipper that runs through the center of your body. And when your feet come to touch, you're zipped all the way up. Everything's very tight. And when you do that, you're going to begin to develop strength through your midline, which means your abdominals, your inner thighs, all of the strength deep within your core, and that'll be very helpful to you in deepening your yoga practice. So press into your feet, glue your low back to the ground, and lift the wheel overhead. Arms are extended, long and strong. Squeeze the wheel towards, squeeze your hands towards one another as you press the wheel. And then lift one leg, spread the toes, lift the other leg, spread the toes. Press the big toe mounds together, legs come down 45, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Wheel comes back overhead. Relax your arms. Deep breath in, full breath out. This time we're going to turn the wheel so that the open part is facing your body. So when you grab hold and lift it up, it's almost like you got like a watermelon or something really big there. Okay. From here, we are going to extend the feet a little bit further away from you, dig in with your heels, activate your core strength, and sit all the way up and extend through here. Lean as far forward as you can. Then we're going to gently come back, using your core strength. Go slower than you want to go. Tap the wheel behind you and sit all the way up and extend as far forward as you can. We're going to do that 3 more times. Lean back, tap, sit up, extend. Lean back, tap, sit up, extend. Lean back, tap, sit up, extend. Good job. And gently put the wheel down here. And you can lean back, stretch your arms overhead, and release. You can even, if you want, bring the wheel halfway towards you and just drape your legs over top for a little release of the low back as well. From here, take your feet to either side of the wheel and then bring the wheel in so that you can kind of comfortably pick it up by pressing your sides of your calves in to lift the wheel up like that. So from here, you're gonna lift up, low back is glued to the ground, then extend your arms and lift your head and shoulders off the mat. You're gonna squeeze your legs together, and we're just gonna pulsate here for 5, 4, 3, squeeze your legs together for 2, 1, release. Arms come overhead, deep breath in, full breath out. Press your low back into the mat, lift your legs in the wheel, lift your arms, head, and upper back, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Deep breath in, full breath out. Low back glued to the mat, lift your legs. Lift your arms and your head and your upper back and hold. Lift as high as you can. Spread your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Good job. From here, sit all the way up. Place the wheel back behind you. Lean back. You have the option to hang out here or lift your arms and cactus them. So take them about 90 degrees out to the side. And then pull the wheel forward so that it can support your head. Leave your arms just like this. This is a very deep stretch to open up the chest. If it's too much for you, just bring your arms and your hands down to the ground and just hang out here. If you want to go a little deeper, you can do what we did before, which is interlace your fingers behind your head. Just get a good stretch through the whole front body. The abdominals especially here. Just rolling forward and backward here. Giving yourself a good massage on the back with the wheel, but also stretching out the belly, which we just worked pretty good through the abdominals. And then gently release, come down. And we're gonna end by bringing the wheel in towards your body with the open part facing you. And then extend as you lie down through your back and drape your calves over the wheel. We'll be here for 5 minutes. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And slowly find your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, just taking a second to acknowledge your practice. And when you're ready, seal in your practice with Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. I'll do my best to be in touch. And don't forget to download our app. Just search Yoga by Candace, no spaces, in the App Store. And my book, Namaste, is now available for purchase on Amazon.com and at Barnes & Noble.